What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones, a card game, 2nd edition video for you, brought to you by these awesome people that support the channel at patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. Thank you so much, everyone, for the support. I appreciate it a ton. We have Tom playing Lannister Reigns of Castemere versus Felix playing Targaryen House of the Red Door. Looks like he's starting with a Plaza of Punishment, looking to burn his foes down. He's got a Second Sons and a Viserys Targaryen to start on the right there. And on the left we have Tyrion, a Lannisport merchant, and Casterly Rock, my favorite Lannister location, is out there to start. We have Lanny Reigns on the left, and Targ, House of the Red Door on the right. So Felix coming from the Montreal, Canada area, and Tom, I believe, from the Michigan, United States, obviously, area, for those that know, I guess. So the player on the left is the Invader, coming here to Canadian Nationals, trying to steal our title.
Yes, the French copy as well.
That's annoying.
That's the idea.
So guys, if you're new here, please subscribe. It helps the channel a ton. Hit that like button if you want to see more Game of Thrones videos and help other people find them on YouTube. Always appreciated. And like I said before, you can donate, and you can do that by clicking the link in the description below. We have Late Summer Feast on the left. Looks like an alt art. And on the right, we got Classic Counting Coppers. Looking to draw some extra cards.
So, your plot, Counting Coppers.
Oh yeah, counting coppers. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Draw 2. Yep.
So it looks like the Targaryen player won initiative. I think he chose the Lannister player to go first. I could be wrong. Nope. Maybe not. We'll see. Collected 2 gold. Yeah, looks like Targaryen player did win initiative and decided to go first. He got Flea Bottom Marshal out there right off the bat.
Good card.
Yes, yes. It is a
And they are saying that's a good card. I would agree. It's a champ card, right? It should be good. A little annoying sometimes, how much you see it, but yeah, it's a good card.
City on 1. Yep, City on 1. Okay.
Definitely a card that's shaken up deck building for sure when that thing came out and started the you know, showing up in a lot of decks and the Second Sons interaction and that kind of thing. Definitely changed a lot of people's deck building to start including things that can deal with it.
Spend 2 for a gold road.
So we have a gold road put out there on the Lannister side.
Yes. Yep, I can kneel in challenges to gain a gold. Kneel.
What? Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I know.
So Lannister player counting 7 gold there for a character, and you hear Felix disappointed in that, and it's the 7 coster. It's Tywin Lannister with a duplicate to start. Wow. So a +2 off Tywin for a gold bump. He has the gold road there, giving him a +1 gold bump going forward. Oh man, are we gonna see the Lannister steamroll here, where he just constantly plays out juicy big dudes? And those juicy big dudes are what's needed to deal with the burn, that's for sure.
Yes.
I'll do a power challenge. Do you have
Any free challenge?
So looks like we're doing a power challenge here with Viserys Targaryen to start. I assume you let that go unopposed. You let your opponent get a power on their house card there, and then you come back and steal it. And no defenders.
unopposed? I shall attempt to do this.
And we got a treachery on the Plaza Punishment's first trigger of the game here.
Okay. Any other reactions to winning?
No burn for you. Oh, some prize support being handed out here.
Baby Jesus. So good.
My second challenge
Uh,
shall be.
well, you have the unopposed, since it was
Oh, I
unopposed.
have an unopposed.
So unopposed power on that, of course, but no power to claim.
Thanks.
Yep. So,
Damn, the treachery. I was trying to kill him.
So it looks like the Targ player was trying to kill the Lannisport merchant there, and then possibly follow up with a nice march to get rid of Tyrion, maybe. So Tywin's 7 strength right now is the +1 gold buff there. So he can't push this military through, which I think he's trying to do here.
Okay, military. Yeah. 4, 6.
6 strength military. Yeah, he's got to defend with Tywin. He doesn't want to lose that Lannister merchant. We've seen that before, and I'm sure he doesn't want to get rid of the dupe off Tywin.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming if you have no actions, if I
I'll
win, then we'll
attempt during challenges still.
Okay.
I'll attempt to do this.
So looks like he's going to chuck 2 cards and have, is it Quotho? I think that's his name. Jumping into play here. So we get a Freedman thrown in the discard pile. And a Rhaegal. If only there was a way to bring those guys into play. That's too bad they're in the discard pile. I see a gold sitting there too.
Anything else for the military challenge itself?
So I'm not sure. He maybe should have done that action before
So force reaction.
and had Quotho or whatever his name is jump in play there beforehand and use him on the military.
Any other challenges from you?
So military successfully defended. Lisa Murphys gets a card draw there for the Targ player as a forced reaction. And now I think Felix is debating doing an intrigue here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He'll give 2 gold off of Tyrion's trigger there.
Your hand with an intrigue.
Trigger reaction.
Yeah, which he's going to do.
Spend 1 Widow's
And he spends one of those gold immediately to get a Widow's Wail out there on Tyrion, bringing him up to 6. Goes no defenders on that. Interesting. He's got some plans with Tyrion.
Another reaction.
So he's got a reaction. They're bringing the Freedmen out.
So be unopposed for the power gain if no other reaction.
We have unopposed going to claim.
Hoping I get this.
And I think he got Cersei there. Yep, 7 cost Cersei.
Oh, do you mind if I take that renown there from the middle?
And it looks like a renown was forgotten there on Tywin, sorry. And Tom asks Felix, and Felix lets him have it, of course. Being a nice guy. I usually would do it too. Maybe not, though, in Canadian Nationals, but Tom's been good reminding Felix about his unopposed power, which he almost forgot. So I could see it as like pretty even right now. But if you guys disagree, let me know in the comments below. Love to hear it.
That's my challenges.
Okay, so challenges to me? Yeah. Sure.
So over to the Lannister player for his challenges.
Stealth.
He's going to do an intrigue challenge, stealthing the Freedmen, getting the reaction off of Tyrion, getting that 2 gold right away. It's up to 4 gold now. Could be a Hound jumping in. Might even just see a Burnman jump in, maybe. So no defenders on that. And we're going to have a range trigger here. Oh boy. Are we going to see that Lannister plot come in where you can spend the gold to make the Targaryen player chuck some extra cards? Making a Targ player chuck cards is a good thing. Get his hand nice and small, especially after he just used it to get that Quotho into play there. Got rid of some cards.
It's all your fault. I know. This is your second we're gonna make you eat the card.
We'll see though. Maybe he's not playing that. Maybe he plays Varys Riddle. Copy that counting coppers. That's not a bad play either. And there it is. Yep, that's what he's gonna do. Seems like the safe play.
I feel like I should have. That's a V.
So draw the 3.
Power. 4, 3.
And he immediately draws 3 off counting coppers, of course. Gets his unopposed power. Claim is an Isle of Ravens.
I have no other challenges.
Okay.
Do you have any actions before that, though? So after this
I know
challenge,
you
it's
lost
all
one,
any
yeah,
actions.
no, I got
I have 4 for Dom.
And they're going to dominance. Lannister player Tom there wins dominance.
No dominance or standing action.
3 on the Lannister side. We got 2 power on the Targ side.
7 reserve.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm good for reserve.
No. Unopposed?
All right.
And what I got? Sure. Common space. That was you. Even standing that. Yes, I got it.
I'm feeling a first snow here. Nope. We got a Counting Coppers on the Lannister side into a march to the wall on the Targaryen side. He still plays the march,
Which plot do you want to resolve?
which is interesting.
I get to choose each of us to take one.
I'll discard this.
Okay, he's using Viserys to get rid of the Widow's Wail. Puts him in there where he can be flea bottomed in. It's not a bad thing. Just gets rid of a Lannister merchant on the other side.
Got you.
I will take Targaryen.
Sure he wishes that Lannister merchant wasn't there, though. That march would have been really juicy. Get rid of Tyrion.
Yep. And I currently have no gold. This is just set up for a reminder when I do collect.
I'm going to trigger Tana. Yep.
So initiative is won by the Targaryen player, which I think he's going first and marshalling now. Yes, he is. Tom just put his gold in the little spots there, just to remind him to take those gold when his marshalling starts. Try to keep the game flowing fast here. And we have the other Plaza. It's Plaza of Pride.
I got 10 cards. 10 cards.
And he's got quite the mid of cards. I believe we heard the Targ player end the last round with 9 cards in hand out of his 10 reserves. So he's got some there. Maybe he'll have a few to spare.
Yep. Yeah. Correct. Yep.
Oh, they forgot the second sons. Yeah, I missed that too. But they just corrected it there. He goes to the discard pile.
It didn't change the march target at all. You were going to do Viserys to get the Widow's Wail.
Margaret. And let's pass it.
Forget step on camera.
It's your. Oh, sorry, it's my turn.
I'll, God damn it.
I knew this was
Get 5 gold. I'll let you, play a bunch of stuff.
And he plays the Gates of the Moon. That's going to give an extra gold to his opponent here when he collects his gold on marshalling. And that's going to be it. Saves 2 gold on the Targ side. Seems a little frustrated with his marshal there. Maybe didn't get what he needed or didn't have enough money to get the cards out that he wanted to. At least he should be able to get a second Sons in play there with his flea bottom, assuming it doesn't get treachery or nightmares. There's a dupe on Tyrion. Another Lannister merchant making an appearance here. He's going to pay for the Hound. Straight up here. No ambush tricks. There's an Altart Hound there.
Play Begging Brother.
And a Begging Brother. 1 gold on him for bestow.
Yes. So whenever a triggered character ability would initiate, I can discard a gold to cancel.
Too bad that Begging Brother's out there when Quotho jumped in play. I'm sure you can cancel that, and those cards still have to be chucked, and he stays in hand. Which I've done before, actually. I think I did it actually at Canadian Nationals against a fellow longtime player from Trenton, Ontario. Drives down, or takes a train down to Toronto to play with him. Dave, great opponent, good guy. Playing with him since first edition. I did it to him and at Canadian Nationals, and yeah, felt pretty bad. Sorry, Dave.
I discarded what? Oh, you do have to discard card.
So the board looks nice and juicy on the Lannister side. Let's see what Felix's Targ player can do with what he's got here. And he brings in Rhaegal there with Flea Bottom, as we saw. And he's got a gold, so he's threatening the Dracarys. I think he's trying the power challenge here. Trying to do the Plaza of Punishment, but we got the big 6 strength Hound jumping in front of that. Winning it by 5 right now. I don't think there's much that can prevent that other than a Dracarys. No, that's not gonna fly here.
The bottom? Yes.
Nope, yep. Yeah, Dracarys would only get down to 2. He'd have to have another way, and I don't think he does. But Hound goes back to hand there on the forced reaction. Yeah, because I believe he doesn't have enough gold to afford all the other burn tricks.
Do you have no more gold?
I have 1 gold, just 1.
I think he's debating an intrigue challenge here, but doesn't want to give more gold to Tom. But since he's got Castemere Rock, he's going to be able to do 2 intrigues on his side if he wants, and he'll be able to get that 4 gold no matter what. And we'll have the Hound jumping back in at some point, I'm sure, if needed.
I'll stay on. Stay like this.
I think the target player's passing challenges here. It's tough when you have Tyrion across the board who's got stealth, too. You just leave those guys up, and one of them's going to get stealth, and he's going to win the challenge. He needs to win with that. Now, Tom, the Lannister player's looking through his Reigns plots now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's a lot. You're going to have to discard a bunch.
And this way, with the target player passing challenges, leaves a couple intrigue icons up. Makes Tom have to work a little harder to try to get that range trigger. But on the intrigue challenge, if he triggers Tyrion, he'll get some extra gold for the Tywin bump. And he can always swing in on a challenge with Tywin after, and get the range trigger off if he needs. I'm sure Tom's trying to figure out what order he wants to do things in here. Try to get the most value.
Intrigue.
He's going to do an intrigue stealth quote, though. He's going to get the Tyrion trigger.
I have an action.
Okay.
And we have the Dracarys.
Attempt to Dracarys him.
And a hand's judgment on the Dracarys right away. Tom was waiting for that. He's got the answers here. He's got the answers.
So you use it.
I'm not saying it's like if I put Tyrion in, I'm either a bad player or I've got it.
Yeah. So.
Or I don't believe you've got it.
No. Yeah.
All right.
So.
And he did stealth.
Stealth him. Okay.
Yes.
So it looks like that'll go unopposed since Rhaegal was used on the Dracarys effect. So and Quotha was stealth, so he can't defend.
So, any other actions before resolution? Because I have none currently.
Remember, we do have Plaza of Pride there that can be used to stand.
Alright, so I win 4-0, no reaction. It's unopposed.
Claim is a Daenerys. Some big intrigue hits this game.
Glad to see that one. Going to do a power challenge.
And now a power challenge of 3 with the Begging Brother. Now we can pitch a card with Plaza of Pride, stand the free man, block the unopposed, but I think the best bet is to save the Plaza of Pride to stand his Rhaegal there to possibly block Tywin on the range trigger. So Tywin is going to come in on the intrigue here. Tyrion's going to get the 2 extra gold, which brings Tywin up to 10 strength. And if Quotha were to defend, that's still winning by 5. So he needs to do the card pitch and stand off Plaza of Pride, but maybe he doesn't want to lose any of his cards.
It's okay, Alex. I'll be next.
Yeah, unopposed.
No defenders. So we do have the range trigger here. Power behind the throne to do a stand. So he's going to be able to get that military through, probably with Tywin. Get an extra renown on top of him.
Stand token. Was unopposed. Claim. Renown.
So stand token on Tywin, of course. And here we go on the military challenge. 10 strength. And now he's going to defend with Quotho to block the unopposed. Or not. He's going to discard Drogon to stand Rhaegal. And he's going to block for 8. He doesn't want to deal with a put to the sword.
Who would run put to the sword in Lannister?
Knowing Tom, he's sitting on it right now in hand. It's probably a good play on Felix's part.
So I'm currently 10 to 8, so I win. Yep. So it was opposed.
Claim is the freedmen.
Yep. Keyword. Yep. Any actions. Okay. So Dom. 4 gold.
And Dominus goes to the Lannister player again. Looks like he's 5 away from the win here. And Felix is about 14 away from the win.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What does he have to deal with the Tywin Tyrion menace here?
Not down there.
And I find when someone has the answers and cancels a couple Targ burn effects, and you know, you only see 4 or 5 of the burn effects or something a game, and you can cancel a couple of them. Those are usually the things that swing a game in Targ's favor, and you know, make your board crumble. But if you can weather those, cancel them, you know, get through them, make them play them inefficiently, the game will usually swing your way, I find. That looks to be what's happening here. So now we have marched on the other side. Quotho getting marched. And since Velardo Harris played on the other side, that's the answer to clean up this Lannister board a bit. He's going to march the Lannisport Merchant. He's going to keep Tywin and the Begging Brother. And Tyrion duped to the discard pile, and the other Tyrion on the bottom of the deck for Velardo Harris.
All right. Plots are resolved. Any plot actions for draw? I'm assuming unlikely, but no. All right, draw 2.
Reaction.
Okay. All right. So 4 from plot, 2 from Tywin, 1 from Gold Road.
And 1 from him, yes. Felix being a good guy here, reminding his opponent about his Gates of the Moon. That's class right there, people. That's how you do it.
Great Hall, Western Fiefdom.
Power total.
And he marshals the Hound out again, straight up, using that Great Hall there. He just got out in the Western Fiefdoms.
I will save. Yes.
6 gold saved on the Lannister side. Interesting.
Tywin's a big boy.
Got quite a few cards in hand. Maybe just not seeing anybody else there. Maybe he's saving it for some Hound bounce. Maybe he's got some other ambush character.
Yep. Any bestow?
And Storm Crows for 2. He's actually going to bestow this guy. Oh, no, he's not. Okay.
Okay.
Playing Rhaegal.
All right. Pre-challenge action. None. I'm going to Nightmares.
And Flea Bottom gets the Nightmares. First action of the challenge phase here. Since Lannister player's going first.
Yes. Yep. Anything from you? Okay.
And he triggers his gold road there to get a gold in the challenge phase. Back up to 6 after spending that gold on the Nightmares.
Cards in hand.
5.
Power.
And we have a power to start here with the Hound. That goes unopposed. Force reaction sends him back to hand. Steals the only power that the target player has. And he's now 3 away from the win here.
Intrigue.
Now he's got an intrigue coming in here with Tywin. 12 strength. Rygel's going to block. That still allows a range trigger if Tom wants to do it here. He's going to look at his options. And he is going to range. What else has he got here?
So I'm going to go into...
Oh, the Spider's Web. I think that's the one that gives you the extra intrigue challenge and then raise your claim on the second intrigue challenge.
I get to do an additional.
Yeah, I like that one. I had that one, just missed the cut for this tournament, actually, in my Greyjoy Reigns deck. I was interested in it. Oh, another Danny on the intrigue claim. Gets a renown on Tywin. He triggered the reaction off the plot, so he's going to get a second intrigue of 2 claim. He's going to do that second intrigue since he's got Casterly Rock. He can do a third, I think. But that's his second character there. And he treacheries the Plaza of Pride, so no stand on Rygel. All the events. And that's it. Felix had enough. It's getting... Oh, it's got 2 more Hands Judgments there in hand. Oh, man. That's why he's playing so confident against the Targaryen player. He had all the answers, all the events there just to smack him down. Poor Felix. But congrats to Tom on that win. It was a great game. Thanks a lot for letting me film you guys. I appreciate it. Anybody who plays on camera, thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for being here watching. Make sure you subscribe. And yeah, see you in the next one.